Because as human beings, we don't necessarily learn based off words. Yeah, we can take things into account, but you have to actually go through something in order to be familiar with it. Experiences are one of those things that really does help broaden your perspective and to help you connect with people that's around you, because you don't necessarily have to be raised the same way as somebody, but if you two went through similar experiences, that's going to be the common ground that you share, and it's going to be much easier for you to connect and flourish in that manner. That's why I'm a firm believer in trying something new. That's why I'm a firm believer in putting yourself in a position where you may be temporarily uncomfortable for permanent results. And that's the key thing, because a lot of people don't necessarily like being temporarily uncomfortable. When we get placed in that position where we may not know what's to come, it makes a lot of us just feel uneasy. So that sense of uneasiness usually scares a lot of people away. But if you're somebody that has a sense of courage and you're willing to allow life and allow, God to put certain things into your life, then you will soon see that everything will be worth it. And you need to go through certain experiences. You need to allow yourself to grow in that manner in order to reach your full potential. And just this entire thought of being open to new experiences can mean anything. It could mean moving into a new location. It could be giving up that toxic relationship. It can be trying a new job. But each and every last thing that you remove yourself from, whether that's a place, whether that's a person, whatever it may be, on the other side of that unknown is growth. You will grow if you remove yourself out of your comfort zone and you open yourself up to new experiences. Because it's not necessarily just about the experience. When you tell yourself mentally that you have to prepare for a certain obstacle, that form of preparation is what puts you in the position to even overcome it. If you don't properly prepare, then you will not get the results that you want. That's why I feel like there's so much significance and so much power prior to that experience itself. But when your mind is set on reaching certain goals and trying to handle certain business in your life, then there's nothing that is going to take you away from doing the things that you need to do. But you have to leave yourself open to new experiences, because this is what shapes your life. This is what helps you transform into the person that you need to be. If you are not open-minded enough to allow yourself to grow at this very moment and to exceed in all levels of your life, then how are you going to be prepared for the things that are to come in the near future? This is why I'm a firm believer that, I may not see what's going on at this very moment. I may not understand why I'm going through certain things, but I know for a complete fact that after I overcome it, I will come out on top much stronger, and I'll be filled with much more courage and resilience than I had prior to going into certain experience. That's why I don't feel like it's a good thing to shy away from any type of hardship or any type of challenge in life. Of course, the unknown can be scary. Of course, that feeling of, not necessarily knowing what could possibly happen can make you feel, a sense of uneasiness, or it may discourage you. But that's where we have to develop that sense of confidence within ourselves, reminding ourselves that by any means necessary, we are going to win. It does not matter if it's right now or if it's later, but at some point during this journey, we will get the results that we want. And truth be told, it's not even necessarily about the losses that you go through in life. It's not about, each and every hardship or just experience that you may go through that puts you in a position where you may feel like quitting. It's not about any of that. It's really about what decisions that you're going to make in order to overcome them. If you're going to shy away from the problem, if you're going to allow yourself to go through certain things so that you can come out on top, way stronger and wiser. But you have to leave yourself open to new experiences. And I feel like so many times what happens is, growing up, especially in high school, middle school, we get around our friends, and these are friends that we've had probably our whole lives, all throughout, just that time period of growing up. And we get 18, 19 years old where we finally graduate, and we don't want to necessarily leave our comfort zone. We don't want to leave the friends that we made. We don't want to leave the partners or the old relationships that we may have been in. And we just allow ourselves to stay stuck and stagnant in this bubble of our comfort zone. And all this does is just kill your growth. If you do not allow yourself to expand, you will never really know what's out there for you. You'll never really know the possibilities. You'll never know what you're truly capable of. because you have not put yourself in a position to grow. You can only do so much growing in your comfort zone, but at some point, it is mandatory that you break out and you allow yourself to see what you're capable of. Not having the support that you may have had, getting away from your family, getting away from everything that makes you feel secure, and see how you react in vulnerable moments. Really allowing yourself to test your character. But I'm here to tell you today that it's not even necessarily about what you go through. It's more so about the preparation. It's more so about putting yourself in a position to actually expand and to actually grow. Because we all know that you're going to go through certain things, but those experiences that you actually go through firsthand are what's going to turn you into the person that you need to be. So just be more open into getting out of your comfort zone. Be more open into moving away, because these things are really what's going to change your life. And one thing that I recently learned about leaving yourself open to new experiences is that you really do feel a sense of, pride, knowing that you put yourself in a position to do something that you probably wouldn't normally do. And quick little story time, I had got a call from my friend one day, and they're like, "Hey, let's go to the beach. Let's do a cold plunge, 5, 6 in the morning. We're just gonna jump in the water." And me naturally, I'm like, why would I want to jump in a cold water? Sun's not even out, and it just sounds crazy to me. And so I eventually just decided to go. Right, I told myself, let's do it. It sounds cool. They talked me into it, so I ended up pulling up to the beach. It was very cold that morning. The sun wasn't out. It was foggy. Cloud still is on the floor. And this really put me in the position to really just take in that entire environment, understanding that it was not comfortable. It was not a comfortable time for me. I was cold. I didn't feel like I necessarily wanted to be there, but I ended up doing it, and instantly I felt that burst of energy. I felt that sense of just happiness by putting myself in a position to do something that would normally make me uncomfortable. That's why I'm a firm believer that it's usually the things that you don't want to do that you should be doing. Understanding that, it's okay. It's okay to be human. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be uncomfortable, but you do have to try. You do have to put yourself in that position to grow, because if you don't allow yourself to experience certain experiences, then how will you ever grow? And also, memories are all we have. We are human beings at the end of the day. We all have a date where we are no longer going to be here on this earth. Each and every last one of us, each and every day, thinks of something that we did in the past that brought us joy. Whether that's spending time with your family, whether that's just a specific moment with somebody or a person, we all reflect on the past because that gives us a sense of purpose for the future. So with that being said, if we know that memories are that important, why shouldn't we spend more time being intentional with our energy and where we end up? We need to put ourselves in a position to grow. We need to put ourselves in a position to constantly build and make new memories that are worthwhile, because we understand 10 years from now, we're going to be reflecting back on this very moment, and we're going to be thinking like, man, what memories did I make? What do I remember about this specific time? Even if you got to write a journal, if you got to film everything, this is what's going to give us that sense of, extra vibration to make us feel alive later during our older years in life. So really just do that. Make sure that you allow yourself to grow. You allow yourself to build new memories and really live in the moment, because you're going to reflect back on this time 10 years from now. And you're going to wish that you did so if you haven't. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.